Hey, good morning everybody. This is Ed and that's Kermit, and we are out here on a beautiful Saturday morning about 9 o'clock getting ready to head up the road to Citrus WMA Wildlife Management Area. You ready to ride? Because I am. Let's get going. The Lazy Lizard, what a great place to go have a nice beer. Nice cold beer up in Hernando County at Hernando Beach. Weeki Wachee River. Get out and enjoy it, folks. Upper deck, don't forget, stop there, cold beer. And here we are, US 19 and SR 50, heading to our favorite parties. The great jumping off point to head north from here, and also we have motorcycle training every weekend. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but right over there, we have motorcycle training every single weekend, new riders. So I enjoy pulling into this little Hardee's, get a cup of coffee, a biscuit, or something like that, and then go north. Brittle Road, heading north toward Stagecoach Road, just off of 98 right now. This is one of my favorite roads up here. It is very neat to ride through here because you have all of the trees, and in the summer when they have leaves on them, it turns into a canopy almost the entire way of this paved section. Thinking about it, before we hit the dirt section on Brittle Road, we're going to turn off onto Trail 28. We are now officially at the bottom end or south end of Citrus WMA, corner of Trail 28 Brittle Road. This thing wasn't paved until about a year ago, Trail 28. It'll take us out to 11, and then we're going to go north on 11 a little bit and run Trail 26 back to Brittle Road, which is a heck of a lot of fun. So that's why we're taking this little detour here. And this is where we're going to start our off-road adventure in Citrus WMA. I'm going to just go real slow here for a second so I can talk. The only thing we got to be careful of is that there is hunting up here during the winter months, and so I don't know if we have hunting today or not. I think we're going to find out pretty soon, but if there is, you don't want to disturb the hunters. I'm not really, into the whole hunting thing, but I certainly don't want to piss them off when I'm out here in the woods by myself and they have guns and I don't. We did find some mud, so let's see if we can avoid it for the most part. Looks like we can. Hey, we'll just drive around in little circles around the mud. Yee-hee! Woohoo! And that was pretty easy. Yeah, that section back there usually floods out real bad, but it hasn't rained in a while, so we're in good shape. Coming up on Trail 26 off to our left right here. That's 11 in front of us. That is continuing on. So, but we're going to turn here. We're going to run down 26 because I like riding this little trail through the woods, and then we're going to go back up Brittle Road for some more exciting Citrus WMA action. Are you ready? Here we go. And we are off, ladies and gentlemen. Trail riding. We got a little bit of mud. Can't wait to get my new tires on. I know I keep saying that forever. They're sitting in the garage. It gets kind of slick up here too when you're going across all these pine needles with sand underneath them. A little bit like riding on ice. So far, no hunters in the woods. And here we are back at Brittle Road. See, was that easy or what? That was a hell of a lot of fun. Brittle Road, and it's going to turn from pavement to dirt in about 200 yards. And here we go. This is Brittle Road heading north to Stagecoach. Looks like we got some bicyclers up ahead. Well, here we are, Citrus WMA Trail 13 right ahead of me. Got some really large pine cones. These pine cones are so cool up here. They come off these large pine trees. Oh my God. They're probably about 10 inches tall. Anyway, I'll get off the pine cone subject, but this is Trail 13 heading north. It wasn't paved until last year. I was kind of surprised they did that. I guess they wanted to have easier access to the campgrounds to get more people into the campground. I think that sucks. It used to just be a limestone road, just kind of like that last section on Brittle. But anyway, it is what it is now. So we're going to go up it. We're going to ride it until we hit dirt, and then we're going to turn off on Trail 16 and go west on Trail 16. That's going to have a lot of sand, a lot of dirt, so it's going to be some fun riding. Anyway, let's get back on this bike and head up Trail 13. So the sign said 2 miles to the campground. I think this is pretty much paved all the way to the first campground up here, which is usually used by horse people, equestrians I think it is. And so if you have a horse, come up Trail 13 and go to your campground. We're just crossing over Trail 20. This has a bunch of red clay on it on this section, so it's a little different riding on 20, at least for the first half mile or so, and then it gets more into the sand. So, and you can see this Tillis Hill campground, and we are paved all the way. This is the equestrian campground in that direction, but it looks like the pavement stopped here on 13, so we're gonna chug up the dirt section. Now this is what it used to be like. Used to be like, is that even English? I have no clue. I mean, maybe some English major could tell me. Here we are at the intersection of Trail 13 and 16. Oh my gosh, looks like we had some kind of controlled burn over here. Maybe not a controlled burn, but it's definitely a burn. And you can see that the trails up here get a little bit wilder than they were when we first started. Let's go. Okay, we're back on Trail 16 towards, I guess, Citrus Way or Citrus Highway or whatever it's called up ahead. So we got a little bit of washout going on down here. So I was going to ride around it back there in those red clay area that we just stopped at, but had a Jeep come up and park right next to me. I thought I'd let him have it. Oh boy. So they have had a little bit of water up here. So that's good. That's good. Maybe this won't quite be as sandy as I thought as it was back there. I don't know. We'll find out. Let's see if I can do better here. Freaking deep sand. Okay, don't get distracted by the birds that are attacking. A murder of crows. Trying to do that. Trying to get me to look off the trail instead of paying attention to what I'm supposed to be doing. They wanted me to look at them so I'd crash, and then they thought it was funny. They're gonna sit around and go, "Caw, caw, caw," laughing their asses off at me. Ah, fooled them this time. Up. Yep, that's it. And there you go, a short little segment of Trail 16. So we've done 28, which was mostly paved, 13 mostly paved, 26, which was a Jeep trail, a whole lot of fun, and part of 16. So as the sign says, licensed vehicles only. You can't bring your dirt bike up here unless it's plated. So we're going to head down Citrus Highway here, and there's a gas station a couple miles from here. We're going to pull in there, and I don't know if we're getting gas or not. We don't need to, but we probably should at least get some water because I'm just about out of water. Here we go! So I was mistaken a little bit on what road we turned on. We turned on to South Lecanto Highway, which then turned into Citrus Way, which is where we're at right now. We're at the intersection of 98 and Citrus Way, and we're just going to turn right in here to this little gas station and convenience store. It's an interesting place. I've been in here like once or twice before. So they still maintain their southern charm here. It's called, oh boy, you are going the wrong way down the street. Okay, I see that. You pull in here. Now if you were to say, well, this looks a heck of a lot different than where you were just at, up there in Citrus WMA, I would say, yes, you're right. We are in Bayport on Bayou Drive. This is a very cool little road that everybody comes out and enjoys. Sun, people fish up here, just hang out, and you see people sunbathing and so forth. So, very cool place to come through and end your trip at. I just didn't want to leave it, you know, back there at the gas station. So I thought we would enjoy just a little bit of very chill riding on Bayou Drive. So this is a good trip. By the time I get back to Hudson, it'll be maybe 110 miles or so. I enjoyed it. I hope that you did too. So, and we will see you next time.